Hello everyone, welcome to a flight on VATSIM today. We are currently parked in Quality Wings 787 at Kathmandu, and let me just show you around. And boarding for a flight to Kolkata, India. There is an event into Kolkata, and I've never flown Quality Wings 787 on VATSIM, so I thought let's give it a try. So as you can see, we're currently boarding. Anyway, so quick brief on the flight today. We're going to be departing out of Kathmandu, hoping to fly to Lalba on Igris departure, and then join the Romeo 325 down to Dumka, and from there we'll fly an arrival into Kolkata. And let me just look at the weather real quick. Winds are going to be crosswinds coming in from the west to east. Clouds, I think we're looking good. We shouldn't see any high altitude clouds. And anything on the weather, not really seeing anything on weather either. So it should be a good and smooth flight. The weather at Kathmandu, 5 knots of winds, good visibility, few clouds at 1500, and nothing to worry about out of Kathmandu. And arrival into Kolkata looks pretty good as well. Alright, so not too worried about the weather throughout the flight. So next thing I'm going to do is just I'll log on to VATSIM network. I'm actually flying Air India 118-787-800. The ICAO code, connect, and we're gonna file a flight plan. Well, last flight was SpiceJet flight, but today we're flying from Kathmandu going to Kolkata. We don't need an alternate, but if something happens, I have more than enough fuel to come back to Kathmandu, but we won't be able to come back to Kathmandu because it's going to be night by the time we reach Kolkata. So we have planned to go to Delhi in case something happens. So alternate, we're going to say Delhi. We're going to be departing, let's just say in 20 minutes from now. And the total flight is going to be 1 hour 20 minutes given the departure, the block time. So I'm going to say 1 hour of en route time, and we have fuel available for 3 hours and 30 minutes. Cruise, we're going to be cruising at 350 for this flight, and I'm going to file this flight plan. Take that, put that in. It's going to be a heavy departure, heavy aircraft, equipment suffix Lima is good, and we are voice good on both send and receive. We're going to file a flight plan, and as you can see, we have controllers online. We do have the en route service available 35.4. Let me write that down. We also have center available on 120.1. Okay, so I'm going to ask the West Asia control. Let me see the details. The West Asia control and above on initial, please report a call sign, position, altitude. So Pakistan, India, and okay, so we look good as is. Let's go ahead and quickly put in all the data, and then we'll brief ourselves for the departure. Okay, so look at the ident 787 is good. I don't need clear those messages. Position initialization, my reference airport is Kathmandu. Gate I'm not sure of. I'm gonna leave that empty. The GPS position is good for the position initialization. I'm gonna say VNKT. Destination Kolkata. Flight number Air India 118. Well, we're going to start pre-flight checklist later on, but for now, let me finish this up first. Departure. Let's take a look at the charts real quick. VNKT charts. I'm going to just scroll down to my ground chart. We're going to depart runway 20. The winds are very about 5 knots, so I'm not too worried about the wind component there, but I'm going to depart 20 and egress 1 Alpha going to Lalba. We'll look at the route, go to the next page from Lalba as filed. Romeo 325 Dumka, 325 to Dumka. Romeo 325 to Dumka, and let's take a look at the weather into Kolkata right now. Winds are coming in from the north, so probably gonna be expecting a northerly arrival. So I want to look at the charts. I'm gonna go down. We're probably gonna expect 1 right arrival when we'll be landing north. So I'm actually going to just put in the ILS Zulu 1 right. And what was the arrival? Dumka to Alpha. So let's see if there's any Dumka arrival. There is Dumka to Golf. And there is no transition on this page, but I'm going to go look at the legs page. There's a lower Dumka. No sim. 1 right. Okay, looks good. I'm going to execute that for now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this flight. May we remind you that all seat backs and tray tables need to be in the upright position. All carry-on items brought on board must be securely stowed either on the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin. Prior to pushback from the gate, please ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. Personal cellular telephones may be used while parked at the gate with the main cabin door open. We will advise you when they must be turned on. For customers seated in a row of seats identified by the words "No children this row," please review the white safety card in the seat pocket in front of you. The use of some portable electronic devices is prohibited while on board the aircraft. Once airborne, you will be advised when the use of approved devices such as personal computers and compact disc players is permitted. A complete list of approved devices may be found in the magazine.
That looks correct. I'm gonna execute that, and I'll take this information, copy FMC data. I'm gonna take thrust reduction to 20, flaps 5, conditions is dry, wind. Let me take a look at the wind. And variable at 2 knots, not too worried, and 8 is the outside air temperature. Okay, let's go ahead and calculate that. Select temperature is not showing up. Let me go and look at the thrust limit. I do want to put in the select temperature. Let me just say 50 say 20, climb 2, and now I'm gonna take that, copy, yep, select temperature is 50. Good. I'm gonna calculate that and send output to FMC, complete that, and I'll accept the output that we received, 4.75 up. Thrust limit is good, and the takeoff. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the takeoff on the first officer legs on my side. Okay. Let's go ahead and match the runway heading. So we have 140, so I'm gonna go ahead and set that to 140, and the initial, we're gonna be climbing, I'm just gonna go up to 350. Okay, 350 set. I was going to go ahead and put in the both of them LNAV. Alright, let's take a look at the checklist real quick. The pre-flight oxygen's checked, instruments, the headings good, the 1012, and the altimeter is set. So pre-flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain. We'd like to add our welcome aboard today's flight. We're just finishing up our last minute paperwork, and once we've done that, we'll push back. We're estimating an on-time departure. In the cabin today are some of our finest flight attendants who are there for your comfort, but most of all for your safety, so we ask that you give them undivided attention whenever requested. Once again, thanks for flying with us. Sit back and relax, and I'll update you on our progress once we're aboard.
Okay, that's good. And I'm going to depart 122.8 for now, and put the left mic on. Good, it's normal. The boarding is complete, so I'm going to put the seat belt signs on.
Alright, it'll be a left seat takeoff. Taxi route is per ATC instructions. Standard reject procedures. Will depart via the SID, climb to initial altitude. In the event of an emergency return, we'll coordinate with ATC. You'll fly the airplane out on the checklist and coordinate with the air traffic control company and the flight attendants. Any questions?
No questions. Let's go. The MCP, the V2 is already set, 140 double checked, and fuel quantities checked, 37,000 pounds. CDU pre-flight is complete. Trim, gonna go. Actually, I haven't. Gonna pressurize hydraulics. And put the pumps, fuel pumps on. Fire up the APU as well. And we can go ahead and set the trim. .75 trim set. Taxi and takeoff briefing. Let's just take a look real quick. We're looking at stand 3 International Terminal. We're going to be pushing back on the Foxtrot facing north, and we'll taxi Foxtrot all the way up to the Alpha, backtrack runway 20 and depart straight out on the departure. Let's take a look. Okay, okay, that departure is not available in this chart. Okay. Anyway, the standard instrument departure is just the as in CDU, and will be just the after departure will be a right turn and climb as fast as we can to 350 to avoid any terrain issue around the airfield. If something happens after departure, we'll come back to Kathmandu once we're clear of this mountain peak here at almost 10,000 feet, and we're departing to the southeast. So after departure, we'll just come back via Guras and land runway 02 to the north. Alright, so I don't have any questions at the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and put the beacon lights on. I don't need that. I'm gonna need the overhead, the panel. Make sure that everything is lit up. Okay. Okay, that's good. And we have the before start checklist complete. So before we do anything, I just want to go and take a look at the systems, look at the fuels page. We have 37 that checks out here. Good. Electric, we have the APU generator available. APU gen is on, so I'm gonna turn the external powers off, and at this point I'll go ahead and take the external off. Doors closed.
Before start checklist?
Already completed, normal, good to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just closed the main cabin door. All personal cellular telephones must be turned off and stowed for the duration of the flight. Flight attendants, prepare doors for departure, cross-check, and verify straps.
Okay, doors are closed and arm. Good to go. We'll go ahead and put the ND and double check the takeoff 2 with 50, and we can Air India 0256. Okay, all set. I'm gonna call for push. Prepare for pushback and departure. Nose to the right, please.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you aboard this flight on the Dreamliner. At this time, I'd like to direct your attention to the flight attendants while we review safety information about the 787. Your seatbelt should be fastened at this time. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. The 8 exits on the 787 are marked with exit signs. Please locate the 2 exits nearest you, keeping in mind the nearest exits may be behind you. This aircraft has escape path lighting. A change in color or an exit sign will indicate you have reached an exit. Should oxygen be needed, mask or door from the compartment above your seat. If you're traveling with someone needing assistance, put on your mask first and then offer assistance. Your life vest is located in a container beneath or in some cases between your seat. If needed, inflate the vest just prior to exiting the aircraft by pulling the red tab on the front vest. A safety information card with more detailed instructions regarding this aircraft is in your seat pocket. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not allowed in the cabin or lavatories. All lavatories are equipped with smoke detection systems, and federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying these systems. As we get ready for takeoff, please help us prepare the cabin by making sure all carry-on baggage is stowed, all seat backs and tray tables are upright, headrests are lowered, and footrests and video monitors are stowed. Customers are required to observe all posted and lighted information signs and adhere to crew members' instructions. Thank you for choosing to fly with us.
Parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
We're on the flight deck.
Go ahead from cockpit.
Cleared to start engines.
Clear to start engines. Copy.
Starting.
Okay, we're gonna start.
Both engines. Okay, starting engines.
Okay, right engine is running. Starting left.
Before taxi checklist.
Set parking brakes.
Okay, engine running. Good. NTI is not needed. Recall is good. Flight controls.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass failed.
Left, good. Right is good. Up, down, neutral. Rudder left, rudder right, neutral. Okay, flight controls are good. And ground equipment clear.
Left is
Normal.
clear. Right is clear.
Checklist there. Andy. Hey. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly jump outside and look at the airplane before we start taxiing. Looks good. Alright, let's get going. Parking brakes released. TCAS, traffic, and terrain. This airplane is truly a gem. I don't know what else to say about this airplane, but it is good. And I believe Quality Wings will be releasing some fixes this year sometime, which will be a part of a service pack 1. Before takeoff checklist, flaps were good, normal. I actually like the strobes on this airplane. Oh, there's a bird. This is just my second flight on this airplane, so I'm really having some difficult time maneuvering around on the ground. But it looks okay. I'm going to stay on the outside, make sure that I turn correctly on this turn pad.
Runway verified.
02 or 20. This is a tight turn. Come on, don't overshoot. There you go. That's it. Ready to take off. Let's do this. Good to go.
Check thrust. Thrust set. Median knots.
Check.
Check.
B1. Rotate.
Rotate.
B2. Positive rate. Gear up.
Okay, I'm actually gonna let the autopilot do all this work for now.
Autopilot on. Autopilot in command.
I want to focus more on the monitoring than flying. Since this is my first time flying on the network and also just my second flight.
Flaps 1.
I'm gonna hold on to the flaps for now. I don't want to exceed 190 knots. Gonna maintain 200 knots on this turn. Okay, I don't know what just happened there, but should be turning right. I'm just gonna fly this heading for now. 07 0. So we got flaps 1.
With our flight underway, I'd like to once again welcome you aboard. I'd also like to offer a special welcome to our Quality Club flyers. You will be earning valuable miles on your flight today. If you're not a member, please visit us at QW787.com. In just a few minutes, we will be beginning our complimentary meal and beverage service in both first class and coach. In coach,
After
beer,
takeoff
wine, and
checklist.
margaritas can be purchased with a debit or credit card. We apologize as we do not accept cash. In-flight entertainment available on this aircraft includes audio and video on demand as well as Wi-Fi, all included free of charge. The flight attendant will be coming through the aisles with complimentary headsets. Now we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Okay, flaps up. Okay, after takeoff checklist complete, normal. I'm gonna keep the landing lights on till we're almost halfway to egress. Okay, I'm gonna put 354 on a standby. That's going to be our next frequency. That's when we'll get a radar contact standard. Okay, now I don't need terrain. We're just gonna leave the weather and traffic. We actually might just go straight to Kathmandu, to Kolkata 120.1. I want to check one thing real quick. So we're in Lalba. Okay, so passing Lalba is when we should really get the handoff. So first I'm going to talk to the West Asia control. Lalba is only 20 miles from now, so I don't know, I think I'm just going to talk to I'm going to contact Kolkata now that we're going straight to Lalba. There you go, we just got to contact me from Asia Control. Good. 354. West Asia, good evening. Air India 118, Boeing 787-800, climbing through level 245 for 350 with you.
Air India, good evening. West Asia Control, research squawk 2605.
Squawk 2605 for Air India 118.
Air India 118 Heavy identified on the bad company climb flight level 2 correction 350. Proceed as filed.
I have 2 level 350 and continue as filed. Air India 118, thank you. Alright, so we are now in the contact with the controller, and the next handoff is going to be Kolkata. So let's go ahead and put that frequency in a standby for now, which is 120.1. I'm going to look at the progress, which is good. 20 to go, and let's take a look at the VNAV. Actually gotta speed it up a little bit. Mach 80. Execute.
Asia Control Air India 618 at level 4. Good evening. Air India 618 West Asia Control, very good evening. Identified on radar, maintain flight level 400, proceed as flight. Maintaining flight level 400 and proceed as flight. Ready for entering. Assalamualaikum West Asia Control, Pakistan 792 at flight level 370. Pakistan 792, please file flight plan. Pakistan 792, research squad 2606. Squad 2606, 792. Pakistan 792 heavy identified on radar, maintain flight level 30, proceed as flight. Maintaining flight level 0, proceed as 792. Air India 118 West Station.
Air India 118, go ahead.
Air India 118, contact Kolkata Control 120.1, left your flight.
Right, well to Kolkata on 120.1, Air India 118. Thanks a lot for your service. Have a good night. Bye.
Good night.
Kolkata Control, good evening. Air India 118, Boeing 787-800 on Airway Romeo 325 inbound Nirap for Kolkata.
Right. Very good evening. For our contact track 350, proceed as filed.
Okay, 350 as filed, Air India 118, thank you.
Air India 118.
Air India 118, go ahead.
Charlie 118, yes, it's Kolkata. We have the two calls arrival for ILS runway 01 right call when ready for descent.
Right, cleared inbound Kolkata via Dumka 2 Golf, arrival for ILS approach 01 right, and we'll call you back for the descent, Air India 118, thank you.
Personnel Control, good evening, Air India 118 with you, flight level 400. Level 618, contact 4 shuttle 400, 55. My President 5 and level 405, get it for intention.
Yeah, I don't know. See, the way it's a little different from India to US, right? Because in US, you're including your arrival as part of a flight plan, whereas in India you don't do that. So in US, I just say you're arriving into Philly. Yep, exactly. So only thing you have to confirm is your the arrival runway, which you don't get from a center controller. You typically get that from the approach control, right? Yeah, that's a little different in India, so that's why you see those differences in some procedure, and that's because the FAA ICAO thing. Uh, yep, that's exactly why. So now the other thing I'm like, see, also a part of the problem is there's so many changes in Indian airports and the airspace. You don't really get the latest up-to-date charts unless you have Navigraph subscription. I don't, so you don't see everything up to date. But one thing you can always confirm is, for example, you can take a look at this. Like so, from Dumka, when you're inbound, you're expected. So I usually just like to look at the downwind leg. So in this case, the downwind, you're supposed to cross between 11 and 15,000. So I'm just gonna confirm this with the controller saying what to expect, and then you have 210. You'll probably be expecting vectors after that. Yeah, so that's a little different. No, you don't. You never do that. Nah. Yeah, so right. So on VATSIM it depends. You may or may not have. I mean, you may or may not, depending on. So if let's just say you're flying for a Friday night ops that I was talking about last night, if you're flying something like that, then there may be a ramp control, but typically like you won't see those controllers online. Typically you'll see an en route control, approach control, a tower, and a ground, and a clearance delivery if it was a busy event, but otherwise you don't see it. Which, to be honest, I don't think that's a huge problem. I think the structure that we have is pretty good and solid. I think the biggest problem is how do you get people to really fly on the network, because many of them are afraid of this communication and following the right procedures and things like that. So the whole brief that I was talking to you about yesterday was just how do you get those people to fly online without fear, and that's the main reason for me to record this flight. So I guess whoever watches it may give them some confidence on flying online. Yeah, we're gonna be executing this ILS Zulu, right? So most likely for the one right. Let me just scroll down to see one left. Should be up. There it is. Yeah, this one. This is what we set ourselves up for, right? So you're saying yeah, I don't exactly know the procedure for that. That maybe, yeah, I don't know how it happens in real world. I mean, here in the US, you know how we were talking about the converging missed approach procedures in use physiology. I don't know if that really happens in India. I don't know if there is a procedure that says you have to clear somebody for a Zulu approach or Yankee approach. I don't know, something to, I guess I'll ask somebody, see if they can find out. I mean, it's straightforward. They're probably going to give you 2,000 feet, and then either at 2,000 feet they'll tell you to intercept, and then you have a 210, that's a decision height. So, I mean, it's a straightforward approach. We're going to be flying from this side and then intercepting the localizer from the left, so it'll be a left pattern. Minimum is 2,000. Right, and after landing, let me see. Yeah, after landing, we're probably just going to vacate via Alpha, and from there we'll just go Alpha all the way down, and we'll probably ask 5-8. I'm just going to ask for 5-8. Any questions? Alright, let's do it. Alright, so I was looking at the approach. We just looked at the 0-1 right approach. So it'll be a left downwind, left base, and the arrival is just the ILS Zulu approach. Decision height 210, and MSA 2,000 feet, and nothing unusual about this approach. And after landing, we're going to vacate via Alpha and continue on Alpha all the way down to Hotel 1. To Foxtrot 2 to gate 58 most likely. That's what we'll get. We may even get the international terminal, who knows, we'll see. Alright. Do want to step through this from Dumka. We're gonna descend. We have 15010.
Question wings out of cockpit. From 277, now we can cockpit up to report went back. Roger, sir, will go. Thank you, Pakistan 277.
Just looking at these speed restrictions, right? So you're coming down this. There is no speed restriction except for Charlie 306, which is at 210. Yeah, so that's where you have the first speed restriction, which is 210. Execute that. So the approach is good. We're all set. And I'm just gonna keep my ground chart here and make sure that we follow that. Okay, top of descent approaching. Good. Battle 230 set, and one last thing I want to do is look at the weather, and I wonder if there is yeah, I don't think there is a weather option. Let me check here. No, I don't think there is a weather request option. Okay, that's fine. Let me check to see if there's 80s. Oh, there is. 26.4. Let's see.
QNH1014. ILS approach is in use. Departing runway 1 right and 1 left. Arrival runway 1 right, advise on initial contact. You have information Delta. Neverty Southwest Planned Airport 8 is information Delta. 1730 Zulu. Wind calm. Missed.
Oh, so this is probably just the left. There is no third. Okay, got it. That's why. I was like, why? Will I keep that to weather? I'll take this to VHF 126.4.
Wind calm. Missed. Temperature 14. 2.11. QNH1014. ILS approach is in use. Departing runway 1 right and 1 left. Arrival runway 1 right, advise on initial contact. You have information Delta. Neverty Southwest Planned Airport 8 is information Delta. 1730 Zulu. Wind calm. Missed. Temperature 14. 2.11. QNH1014. ILS. Neverty Southwest Planned Airport 8 is information Delta. 1730 Zulu. Wind calm. Missed. Temperature 14. 2.1. QNH1014. ILS approach is in use. Departing runway 1 right and 1 left.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Arrival runway
please
1
check
right,
that your
advise
seatbelt
on
is
initial
securely
contact.
fastened. To prepare for landing, it will be necessary to collect all service items, as well as any other items you wish to discard, such as newspapers.
Kolkata Control, Air India 118, request descent.
And you 118, you can press over for you.
It's level 240 at India 118.
ILS support is in use. Departing runway 1 right and 1 left. Arrival runway 1 right, advise on initial contact. You have information Delta. Neverty Surplus Trans Airport 8 is information Delta. 1730 Zulu. Land calm. Mist. Temperature 14. 2.11. QNH1014. ILS support is in use. Departing runway 1 right and 1 left. Arrival runway 1 right, advise on initial contact. You have information Delta. Neverty Surplus Trans Airport 8 is information Delta. 1730 Zulu. Land calm. Mist. Temperature 14. 2.11. QNH1014. ILS support is in use. Right to runway 1 right, advise on initial contact. You have information Delta. Neverty Surplus Trans Airport 8 is information Delta. 1730 Zulu. Land calm. Mist. Temperature 14. 2.11. QNH10.
India 118, into descent, flight level 140.
Continuing to level 140 at India 118. Yeah, I don't know how to operate the radios, and as I tried switching VHF left and right, so being on the transmitting on the left, monitoring the right, but I don't know how to do that, so I'm gonna have to read up on that in the manual and see what I'm doing wrong. But otherwise, I think I have a good grasp on this airplane. Now the only thing that I should probably adjust is my the viewpoint in the virtual cockpit. So that's the headrest. Maybe I should probably lower. I should sit a little bit lower. See if that helps. This probably should help a little. Okay, I'll take a look at it on the final approach course and adjust my the head. Okay, so the VNav looks pretty good. I need to cross Charlie 321 above level 150. In this case, looks like I will be just fine to meet that restriction.
And we have 618 Kolkata. And we 618 Kolkata.
I wonder if there is a way to reduce the brightness of this screen. Right, I'm gonna get the takeoff, performance landing, copy FMC data, VECC descent checklist. Let's go out and get that done. The recalls checked, notes are checked, auto brake set to 2, landing data, VREF confirmed, 136 or 140, and the approach briefing has been completed. Landing checklist complete.
British Air was defined as move over India 618. Thank you for the service. Air India 118 control.
Air India 118, go ahead.
Air India 118, contact Kolkata approach on frequency 127.9 or 5% landing, bye-bye.
Alright, over to approach now on frequency 127.9, Air India 118. Thanks a lot for your service. Have a good night. Bye.
Yeah.
Kolkata approach, good evening, Air India 118 Heavy with you descending to level 140.
Air India 118 with approach, hello, decent flight level 60, runway 0, continue on right.
Descending to level 60401 right approach, Air India 118 Heavy.
Local approach, I fly 822, I flight level 088, this is flight level 080, expecting ILS 01 right approach. I fly 822, distance flight level 80, turn right heading 140. Distance flight level 080, turn right heading 140. India 118, continue to send at 4,000 feet, transition level 55, units 1014.
Right, 4,000 feet, transition 55 QNH 1014 Air India 118 Heavy.
Air India 118, turn right heading 180.
You're right on heading 180 Air India 118 Heavy. Okay, that's Kolkata right there on the left.
Alpha 822, flight level 60. Descend flight level 260.
checklist.
Altimeter set. Approach complete.
Kolkata approach, Express India 156, passing 2,200 feet. Express India 156, that's Kolkata, runway identified, time level 200, and you can proceed right to Juliet 0. Roger, direct to Juliet 0, and flight level 220, Express India 156. Thank you. Express India 156, negative, flight level 200, Shelley. Roger, flight level 200, Express India 156.
Somebody there.
Air India 118, descend to 2,000 feet.
2,000 feet, Air India 118 heavy. 2,000 feet set.
And Air India 118, from ready for base.
Call you back when ready for base, Air India 118 heavy.
Crash. Fly 822, we're heading 200. I fly 822. I fly 822, turn right heading 200. Heading 200. I fly 822.
Air India 118 heavy, ready for base.
Air India 118, turn left heading 080.
Left heading 080, Air India 118 heavy.
I fly 822, turn left heading 100, descend to 4,000 feet, transition level clear. Transition level is 55 minutes 1014. I flight 822, left heading 100, descend to flight level 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for landing, please return all seat backs and tray tables to their upright and stowed position. Ensure all portable electronic devices are turned off, and stow all carry-on items.
Expression 156, passing flight level 150, establish contact with control on frequency 120.1, bye-bye. Alpha 82 to continue turn left heading 070. Left heading 070. Alpha 22 to 17, 2000 feet. New Zealand Indian flight 2000 feet, eyesight. Okay. Pleasure. India 118 turn left heading 040, clear Alice approach runway 01 right for established and localizer.
Left heading 040, cleared Alice Pro 01 right, will call you back established on localizer at India 118 heavy.
2500.
Fly 822 turn left heading 040, clear Alice approach runway 01 right, report established and localizer. Flight 822, turn left heading 040, clear from Alice 01 right approach.
Air India 118 heavy is on the localizer 01 right.
Air India 18 contact tower 18.1, bye-bye.
Alright, over to tower 18-1 Air India 118 heavy, thanks a lot for your service, good night. Kolkata Tower, good evening Air India 118 heavy on ILS 01 right.
Good evening, winds come runway 01 right, just land and plan to visit via Alpha.
Okay, clear to land 1 right, we'll plan to vacate via Alpha Air India 118 heavy.
Land 3. landing checklist.
I'm not sure why the gear didn't go down, huh?
Flight attendant, please 1,000 per arrival.
Okay, landing checklist complete. Runway lights are in sight.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Landing.
200. $100. 50. Reporting.
Kolkata, I flight 822,
10.
7 miles, runway 01 right approach, localizer established.
Flight 822 Kolkata, good evening, Kennedy approach, runway 01 right, winds calm.
Flight 822.
Flight 822, continue approach, runway 01 right, winds calm.
This is Alpha here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be taxiing for the next few minutes, so please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns on the fasten seatbelt sign. At that time, please remember to check around your seating area, in the seat pockets, and overhead bins for all personal belongings that you brought on board. Please take care when opening.
India 118 contact ground 121.9. Namaskar, good night.
Hey, order ground on 121.9 at India 118 Heavy. Thanks a lot for your service. Good night.
Flight 822 clear land runway 01 right, winds calm. Right, winds.
Runway 01 right, I flight 822.
Hey, Kolkata ground at India 118 Heavy holding short 1 left on Alpha.
India 118, so you're still on 118.1.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that, India 118 Heavy.
And taxi to and 46 via taxi well.
Hey, ground at India 118 Heavy with you now on frequency 121.9.
And 118 are really 1 by 5.
Air India 118 Heavy request taxi to stand 58.
Good evening, Kolkata ground. I flight 822 repeat taxi please. I fly 822 taxi to gate 47 via taxi Alpha. Taxi to gate 47 via taxi Alpha.
Okay, Air India 118 Heavy is at the gate. Thanks a lot for your service. Have a good night. Bye. Okay, the shutdown parking checklist is complete. There you go, we arrived in Kolkata, and I hope you enjoyed this flight. I certainly enjoyed Quality Wing 787. I still need to get a good handle on radios. I'm not entirely sure on how to operate that, but I'll have to read up on some of the systems as well. But enjoyed the flight, enjoyed the ATC as well. Next time we'll see you, I don't know when, but hopefully on VATSIM with some ATC. Till then, see ya, and fly safe, and enjoy simming. Bye bye.